Live. I'm talking to myself here. No, I didn't announce that I was doing a live stream, so nobody's watching this. So I'm just talking to myself. Hi, Rich. How are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you? I'm all right. I'm tired. Oh, here comes people. Hi, everybody. How are you? I am doing an impromptu live stream because I am on my weekend. I'm on my like after Hell's Reach bender. See, what happens is I just worked on Hell's Reach 12 around the clock. Do you guys remember when I did the live stream where I did that mocap and I shot that? I never stopped working after that. I just went. So, yeah, you guys are hearing me good. Okay, so yeah, I worked my ass off until Friday. I worked Thursday night. I worked till 6:30 a.m. on Hell's Reach. Then I got up the next day, and I did have an actual job I had to take care of at some point, but it was just straight up work, and it was insane. But I'm quite happy with how part 12 came out. While I was working on it, let's talk about it. While I was working on part 12, I became concerned because it was not coming together very well. That was a tough episode to do. There was a lot to cover, as there always is. But the early rough cuts were brutal. They weren't cutting together very well, and I was forced to sit back and say, what can I do to salvage this episode and make it good? You guys' comments. I'll get to the comments in a bit. You guys just talk amongst yourselves. Sorry, I'm just yapping. No, I'll get to that. So part 12, I had a hard time bringing that one together. The early rough cuts were bad. So I was forced to rework it a whole bunch. For instance, the scene... You guys are hearing me, right? If you're hearing me, type yes. Okay, am I just talking to myself? It looked like my mic was going. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, I had to figure out part 12. So some of the changes I had to make. Oh, look at all the yeses. Oh, my God. Oh, Dog Bobson can't hear me. Guys, I saw a no. Yeah, so one of the changes I had to make was there's a scene with Primus talking to Bastilan, and it's a very key scene. It's probably the favorite scene I've done so far. I super liked doing that because I love Primus. I thought Bastilan was great in that scene. I thought it was a very humanizing scene for the Templars. But Bastilan laughing about being called old and like Primus's like indignation, I thought that was great. But that scene takes place in the book like way after that. So I brought that forward. I came up with the scene of Primus when he sees there's like a battle going on, and then he's looking at the salamanders. I had to invent a bunch of stuff to make the episode work. I knew right from the start, my favorite part of that whole episode is the introduction to the salamanders. And I knew the second I was reading that book, I was like, I have to do a scene where this drop pod comes down and it opens and the flamethrowers go. That was for sure something that I just saw in my head instantly. So that came out really well. But overall, the episode, I think, came out quite strong. I think it was perhaps the most film-like of all the episodes. I like seeing the characters interact with each other. Like, action's fun too, don't get me wrong, but I like the characters spending time with each other. I like the discussion. I like the drama of it. It's like a soap opera. It's really good. That's what I like about the book. It's so good. Aaron writes really good dialogue. I think it's one of his biggest strengths. So this scene had a lot of that. I thought the discussion between Vreth and Grimm was really good. I was very excited about doing that scene. I was very excited about a lot of stuff. It was a fun episode. It was really good. And it also felt like it was very its own kind of thing because we all know what's coming up next, right? So let's talk about what's coming up next. Part 12 was awesome. Part 12 was really good. We are going on to the finale, and I have one more episode to do. And I cannot even begin to describe how it feels to know that the next time I do anything Hell's Reach related, it's going to be the last time. So the next time I have to go through the book and get the scenes and edit them and get the audio and put it all together, that's going to be the last time I do it. And that's going to be amazing. And I can't believe that I can't believe it's coming up, man. If you guys, for those of you that have read the book, you know what's coming. And for those of you that haven't, then you need to be prepared for some very good drama. The best scenes in this whole book are coming up. There is stuff I have been desperate to do. There's the reason I am doing Hell's Reach. I love the book, but the reason I love the book, the best scene ever, involves Primus, and that's coming up. And I cannot fucking wait to commit that to film. That is going to be such a good scene to do. But I've been trying. I mean, 12 was great. I love 12, but it was hard to focus on because I know what's coming, and I just cannot wait to get some of these scenes. I was reading through the rest of the book the other day. I was on the subway and I was reading the book, and there's just so many good scenes coming up. There's so many scenes that are going to be so good to do. And it's very emotional. I was reading it and I'm like, man, I can't believe I have to do some of this stuff. I know these characters. I have, Grimm, Primus, Artarian, Nero, Kador, Bastilin. These guys have been part of my life for a year and a half. I have never thought about a single character in anything as much as I've thought about these guys. They're real to me. I know these characters. And I mean, poor Kador already got wasted. And the rest of them, I have to conclude the story, and that is going to be wild, and I cannot wait to do it. And I will make this finale the absolute best that I possibly can. I will spare no expense, so to speak. I'm going to tell that story, and I'm going to make it as good as it deserves to be, because for those of you that have read this book, it has a crazy ending, and it's just so exciting, and I cannot wait to do it. So I have, so here we go. The very next time I start working on Hell's Reach, which will be soon. There's not going to be any time off this time around. I am ready. There's another thing to talk about, but I'm going to start immediately on the finale, and it's going to be wild. And I wanted to see what you guys have to think, because I want the finale, I want the release to be big. I want to make it an event. It's the culmination artistically of the biggest, most ambitious thing artistically that I've ever made. It's the conclusion of a year and a half of my life, if not longer. And I want to know how to make it good. So I'm gonna open it up to comments here. But what do you guys think? Yes, the Godbreaker is going to be there. The Godbreaker will be the antagonist of this last episode. But how do I really make an event out of the conclusion of this series? And what do you guys think? I'll absolutely take my time there, Michael. Don't worry about that. I always take my time. I would never release something if I wasn't ready to release it. Granted, every time I release something, I then watch it and I see like a million mistakes that I regret. But I don't rush production on these. I don't have to. No, I'm not working to a deadline. I'm doing these because it's fun. Tentatively, I'm going to make sure the church scene is what it's all about. Tentatively, I'm thinking Halloween, and that's very tentative, but I think Halloween is going to be the deadline that I'm giving myself. I would love to do a Halloween release. So that's what I'm thinking. What's everybody saying? Let's have a look here at the comments. What about the weapon? Yeah. I don't want to give any spoilers away. Taking your favorite book and brought it to life. Thank you. It's my favorite 40K book too. It's why I did it. It's so awesome. Have the scene where the Templar drags him. Oh, okay. Easy there, High Reclusiar, Grimaldus. No spoilers, please. Everything I see you guys talking about is going to be there. It's going to be a long episode. I'm thinking it's going to be at least half an hour. Like, it's going to be by far the longest episode. But it needs to be. No, I won't forget that Nerovar. Jeremy, I'm not everything you guys are saying. Don't worry, it's all going to be there. I'm gonna from where the last episode left off. If you're very familiar with the book, I'm really not leaving anything out beyond this point. And even the last book, the last episode, I followed a lot of those scenes. There'll be a lot more orcs. Don't worry about that, Captain. About that, if you guys were paying attention with part 12. I came up very late in production. I came up with some ways to do bigger groups. So not the first shot. The first shot is that bunker. But in part 12, the shot where it comes down, it's like a high angle shot and it cranes down. And you just see this sea of orcs. And it's Bastilin and Nero fighting. That was like a late game way that I came up with. I just invented ways. I basically made, to be very technical, copy pastable groups of orcs. I made 5 orcs with a 2-minute animation cycle of them waving things and shooting in the air and stuff. And I ended up with this group, and I can copy paste that. I can use that to pad out the scene. And then the front row of works, I actually mocap. But my system is so quick now where I can mocap something and have it in engine ready to go in like 5 minutes. So I considered the initial, like the first scene in this, like where Artarian got the spear in the leg, that was like practice, because if you know the book, you know that the finale is like straight up point blank melee super battle. So I got to be ready to do that. And I'm getting ready to do it. But what else about the finale? It's going to be crazy. Oh my God in heaven. It gives me goosebumps to even think about shooting some of this stuff. And it's done. I cannot believe that there's an end to this. I honestly never, ever thought I was going to finish Hell's Reach. I really didn't. In the past, I've lost interest in projects. I'm like anybody else. Artistically, you come up with an idea and you go to do it, and it's fun and it's an attractive, sexy idea, and then you do it. But then the reality of it sets in, and eventually you lose interest. You move on. You come up with something else. Hell's Reach stuck in there. It was so good, and it's because of you guys. It's because of the feedback I got was so encouraging that I just had to keep. I had to keep making it. I owe it to you guys. I work for you guys, and I am making Hell's Reach. And now we're at the end. We have one more. I've made 12 full episodes, and I got one more to make. And that finale is going to be the finest thing I have ever created. As an artist, I could retire and knowing that I've at least told one story right, the way I want to tell it. And I cannot wait. What else is going on? I'm sorry, Alec, that your internet connection makes you cry tears of rage. Having a grolsch. But Hell's Reach. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's coming up a week from now, and then we'll come back to Hell's Reach. As you guys know, I've been shilling my Patreon. And I probably should have put a link into this, but whatever. You guys know about it. But 1 week from right this minute, I'm going to be on set, and we are going live action 40K. Now, I have known for 10 years. I discovered Warhammer 40K 10 years ago. I discovered it when I was deployed with the infantry in Afghanistan. I found the Gaunt's Ghost book. I've told this story before, but I found a Gaunt's Ghost omnibus, not even the first one. I had no idea what Warhammer 40K was, but I found this book, and it was very thick, and it was apparently sci-fi. And when you're in war, you have a lot of time to kill. So I found this book, and I read it, and I was just hooked. Oh my God. What a great story. What a great universe. It's perfect. I was like, wow, it's so gothic. It's so over the top. It's so fun. It takes itself seriously, but in the same way that like a death metal band takes itself seriously. Like it has fun with it. So I discovered 40K, and that was 10 years ago. I deployed to Afghanistan in 2008. That was 10 years ago right now. Right now, 10 years ago, I was in Afghanistan. And I was reading 40K, and I couldn't get enough. And I knew since then, I was like, this is the movie that I have to make. I don't think anyone else could do it justice like I could. I've known in my heart for 10 years that I need to make the 40K movie. And I would do it justice. And I will give you Hell's Reach as an example. That's all Hell's Reach has been. It's been me for 10 years, for a year and a half, showing you guys exactly how I would make a 40K movie. They're my storyboards. So now what's coming up is in exactly 1 week from right now, I'm going to be on set, and I'm going to be doing live action 40K. And it has been a dream of mine for a very long time. And it's going to be awesome. I don't want to give away the specifics too much. You won't be disappointed, though. Believe me. I'll tell you this. There's, I don't want to give too much away. There's Imperial Guardsman armor, and it looks wicked. Okay, it's got the shin guards and the knees and everything. Whew. That's just a hint of what's coming. The prop fabrication's been good. I got a very good guy. I got talent coming in from Australia, and this guy's the best on earth at what he does. And he's literally the best at what he does, and it needed to be him. So what's coming up, though, it's just gonna blow your guys' mind. You're going to like it. This will be the conclusion of the saga for me. I mean, the conclusion to Hell's Reach will be the largest story I've ever told, and hopefully done justice. But then, as the cherry on top is, I'm going to take it live action, and I'm going to just give you guys a few minutes of just pure live action 40K, the way it's supposed to look. And hopefully you like it. If you've liked my directorial style so far, that's it. This short, by the way, I've already shot it. I've made basically like an episode of Hell's Reach. I did it exactly the way I make a Hell's Reach. Those are my boards. That's what I'm shooting in 1 week from right now. I have the whole thing done up, even with sound effects. Like, I put a lot of work into it. I did the mocap, I did everything. I have essentially like a 5-minute Hell's Reach style episode that I am now going to take that, and I have the crew. I have very talented people that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to put that together, and that's going to happen. So it's going to be good. If you like my style, you're going to like this. It's going to be awesome. So that's coming up. I'm going to have a sip of my drink here. I'm very excited, if you can't tell. I have had so much sleep this weekend. I have not slept in like 3 weeks. When I released Friday was a lot of work. And then Saturday night, I think I slept for 14 hours. How long will the short be? It's not long. It's going to be around 5 minutes-ish. It's as long as it needs to be. But it's a big few minutes, and you're going to see things that you have never seen before. I promise you. It's going to be stuff you've been waiting a long time to see, and it's going to be done right. I mean, I would make a feature if I could, but for now, I gotta make what I can. I gotta give you guys a taste, and it's going to be wicked. It's going to be perfect. So let's take a look. Let's see what everybody's saying. I was in the military for 6 years as a paratrooper. I was wondering if you had any questions because you like showing realism in your work. If you have one, ask away. Well, I did a little time in the military myself. I was a leg, not a jumper, but I was infantry. I was in a rifle company. I was rifle company, reg force for 3 years, and then I did like 7-ish years in like the reserves. But that being said, I have a lot of respect for what jumpers do. What army were you in? Get GW to find me. Oh, whoa. PBCLI, me too, man. I was 3 VP. Why the change from black and white to color? Very good question. For cinematography reasons, as an artist, I want to express myself, and the original style was limiting. Sometimes I want to show color. Sometimes I want to have depth of field. I want to play with it. I want to have it be 24 frames per second as opposed to the originals that were 12 frames per second. I don't ask much. I don't ask anything out of you guys for Hell's Reach. But in that case, I do like to experiment, and I like to, I just want to have fun with it, and I want to shoot colors. I know that 10 went back to black and white, and I really liked how that looked. And I would have done it again, except that because the salamanders show up, you've got 2 different chapters, and color is so key to the difference between the chapters. So I needed that green, so I needed to go color. I liked the look of the newest one. I went really dark. I've always used too much of a key. It's like film school garbage with like a big bright key light and stuff. Fuck that. Go dark. Go grim. This shit's grim. And in real life, people don't have backlights or rim lights, whatever you want to call it. Just go dark. So the new one was really dark, and I liked it. Maybe some people I haven't seen any complaints, but maybe you guys didn't like it. And if you didn't, I apologize. But I wanted to go dark with this one. I want it to be grim. And so I was quite pleased with how that came out, but it took a lot of test shots and things like that. I really took forever to settle on like a look for this one. But I considered the smallest segment in the final chapter using the original style. Can I let you guys in on a secret? Not a lot of people watch these. Like I get like a few thousand views on these, and that's cool. Because I get a lot of views on the actual episode. So I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, and this is spoiler. So plug your ears, turn your thing off. If you know the book, and even if you don't, there's an epilogue. There's the climax, and then there's an epilogue. The epilogue, I'm going to do it in the original style. It's going to be just like the prologue. So I'm going to bring it all back, and I'm going to do it that way. I've known since like episode 3, that's how I would do it. Yeah, I'm for sure going to bring back the original. It needs to be that way, right? It just needs to cut to black, and then epilogue, and it needs to be the sketchy everything right from the original. I've always known that's how it should be. I saw an interesting question. A live host party. The last episode, I'm for sure going to have a party, and I would like to figure out the biggest way that I could do it and include you guys. Like maybe if there were like a 40K convention or something around Halloween, and I could go and do an actual big screening. If nothing else, I'm going to have a giant party here, and I'm going to have everybody that I can dig up that's done like a voice or is involved, and they are going. And I'm going to do like a party. I'll live stream like the last hour, the countdown, and it'll be just like a big thing. We'll all count it down together, and we can all watch the finale together. I would like to do that. I was talking today to the voice, to Kate Schroeder, who does the voice of Syria Tyro. And of course, Syria will be in the finale. And I was actually talking to her about doing another character. But if she's in the Montreal area, because she works out of Toronto as an actor, but if she's in the area, I'll bring her out to do a Q&A. My girlfriend, I'll drag her on camera so she can explain how much she hates doing the voice of Princess Zara Mansian. But that's part of the charm, is that I have to drag her in front of the mic and do it. But I have like all these audio clips of her doing her lines. She's a lovely woman and has been tremendously supportive. But she's the worst talent I've ever worked with. Sorry, baby. I love you. She's sleeping. But yeah, at the very least, I'll do an event like that. But it would be fun to do something big. But I don't know. I don't know if there's like a 40K convention or something that I could set something up at. It'd be great to do a screening. I would love to watch any of these on like a theater. That would be, to me, like I'd be like John Coffey in the Green Mile. I would just be enwrapped to see anything I've ever done on the big screen. Like as an aspiring filmmaker, what more can you ever ask for? But one way or the other, it's going to be a big release, and you guys will be involved every step of the way. Once I get rolling, once I start shooting the finale, I swear I'm going to live stream. I should just live stream the whole thing. You can watch me sit there like this, really bored.